Hey everybody, how you doing? Today I'm showing you my latest project that I made and completed. Today I'm showing you my Ouija board that I made. This is the second board that I created. I made two of them. I'm not going to show you the first one because I want to show you this one. I think this one has a total retro look to it, and it's more, the inspiration of the classic William Fold boards back in the 1910s and 1920s. And here's the package I made for it. As you can see, close up, there's a man and a woman. I don't know if they're husband and wife or whatever. I drew this picture, and you see them playing with the Ouija. And here, there's a lady looking behind, blowing a fan on her. There's a little girl looking at them, playing with her ball or whatever she's holding, and there's a man with a cane looking back as well. There, you see the background, there's a clock, a statue of a horse, whatever, a vase with a flower, and a bird cage hanging with the bird flapping its wings. There's a lamp behind the lady glowing. I don't think there's any fire in the fireplace, but if you look closely in the picture, if you see something odd, let me know, you'll spot it. And I wrote the words mysterious, extraordinary, and fascinating, to give it what the old covers of the Ouija board cases look like back then, because when it was all wood, it came in a envelope-like sleeve. And includes planchette, and I drew a slogan, whatever you want it, ask the questions and it will answer. And I did this in marker and pencils and pen, and all kinds of shading textures. And this is the front of the package, and I'm going to show you the back of it. These are instructions. These are not just like, simple instructions step by step. These are all accurate, proper instructions that I have, the way I was trained to use a Ouija board. I'm not going to read them, but I'll, this is in case anybody ever plans to use this. This is only going to be like a decoration piece, and I wrote a little disclaimer here: for display and inspirational purposes and enjoyment only. Thank you. I don't plan on selling this. I don't plan on sharing this or, making duplicates of this. And this is the front of the package. And that's the back of the package, and I'll show you what the actual board looks like. Here, let me put the camera down while I take this out. Okay. Sorry, it's a little tight. Okay, here it is. Oops, dropped the camera, sorry. And there's the Ouija board. I did make this out of the front of the board. This part of here is actually cardstock paper that I made. And I first did some pencils with it, and then some light marker. And there's the sun with the clouds, moon with the stars, see, yes, no, no. And there's a diamond with the Ouija title sparkling. And there's the alphabet and the numbers. And ciao, bye. And there's a kite flying in the sky and a horseshoe. And I made it look more like a European kind of a Mediterranean look. It's actually shaded yellow and green all together with marker, pastels, and paint. I painted it over, and then what I did was I laminated it with a clear piece of sheet, and then I drew the letters, darkened them a little bit, and then I laminated it again. And there's the moon. No, there's the sun, I'm sorry. That's the moon. And that's the front of the board. It looks like your typical, ordinary, classic Parker Brothers board. But, I made it my version of it with a little twist. And My dad was always against me having these things, and I remember I made a few of them homemade, and he would find them and then throw them away, and he would get pissed off at me for having them. He did not like me having these things, even as a kid growing up. And I know there's a whole bunch of stories about Ouija boards and how many people say that, they cause problems. They only cause problems if you let it. And I believe it very well that if you don't, first of all, you never want to use a Ouija board alone. I'm totally against that. I agree. People should not use these things alone, especially if they don't have any proper knowledge or training to use them. They shouldn't use them alone, period. That's how I feel. And, you always want to have people around and, have at least another person with you when you want to use this. And this is the front of the board, and this is the back of the board. Nice and hard. Nice and thick. As you can see, it's not bendable. It won't bend. And it glides very smoothly. And now I'm going to show you the planchette. Let me put this down again. Take it out of the package. If I could get it out. This shouldn't be as hard as getting the board out. And that's the planchette. I made this out of produce cardboard. It was like a produce box. Those cardboard boxes are the best because they have they hold much more weight. And you know what? You could actually do a whole lot with those boxes. Don't use regular cardboard boxes when you make a Ouija board because they break easily and they're not reliable. I think the board itself, this board, is probably like a wax board, a wax cardboard that I made that they use for I think for chicken boxes. I'm not sure, but it's nice and stable, very, very sturdy. It's not bendable at all, and even when I put it back in the sleeve, it still stays nice and stable. And the planchette, what I did was I didn't put the middle of it. I made it an arrow on top as the pointer, and it glides very, very nice and very smooth this way. You know what that was. So yeah, I mean, I think it's more convenient just having the pointer, and it goes around the board just as well without having the opening in the middle. And the bottom of it has 4 legs with fabric to make it move and glide a lot smooth. And I painted it black and put a clear coating in the back of this, and I also put a clear coating on the front of it, and I painted it brown with acrylic, and it has like a wood look, kind of, even though it's cardboard, it has like a wood texture like on it. And I drew a face. As you can see, that's an eye, and that's a nose, and that's an eyebrow. I don't know whose face that is, but if you look closely, you could see it. And there's the Ouija. Normally, I wouldn't call it a Ouija board. Some people just call it spirit boards. But you know what? Ouijas are responsible for marketing spirit boards. So technically, it's proper. It's acceptable to call it a Ouija board. And here's my letter of promise, which I'm going to read and share. Take it out. Ouija board complete on May 4th, 2014, project number 2. The second Ouija board is a tribute to the early William Fold packaging with a simple retro and old-fashioned nostalgia look that is somewhat obsolete to the more modern Ouija boards. The board here is a tribute project only and not for sale or use for duplicate purposes. Too many of the spirit boards designed in the past, before the William Fold boards, This particular Ouija board is the most common style used for over a century. The package art is also based on the original William Fold packages, which were designed and manufactured in Baltimore, Maryland. Forever rest in peace, William H. Fold. Thank you for your memories and inspiration. So there it is. And my signature there. But that's that. And tell me what you guys think. I hope you like it. Thank you for watching. And here it is, my Ouija project number 2. Okay, guys. Ciao.